Here are 5 things that all Christians need to learn in their relationship with God. The first is hermeneutics, which is essentially the principle of how to interpret, understand, study, and apply the Bible properly. Biblical hermeneutics is necessary for believers, as the scriptures are a fundamental part of our faith and lifestyle, and you should know how to properly interpret them. And you should learn this to draw nearer to God, to understand God better, and to properly walk out your faith and your beliefs. And 2 Timothy 2:15 tells us to be diligent to present yourself approved to God as a worker who does not need to be ashamed, accurately handling the word of truth. The second thing you should learn is apologetics. Apologetics simply refers to any and all wisdom and knowledge that is necessary to defend the faith and the truth of Christianity. So this can vary from learning things like other religions' belief systems, to textual criticism, to philosophy, whatever is needed to properly defend the faith. And some good starter points for any believer would be topics like the historicity of the scriptures, textual criticism, the Bible itself, and philosophy. 1 Peter 3:15 tells us to sanctify Christ as Lord in your hearts, always being ready to make a defense to everyone who asks you to give an account for the hope that is in you, but with gentleness and respect. The third thing you should learn is church history. Christianity has deep historical roots, and learning such things can and will build you up and edify you in your faith. Learning church history can also help with understanding the scriptures and with apologetics as well. The fourth thing you should learn is how to build your relationship with God. Contrary to what you may believe, many Christians do not know how to draw nearer to God, nor how to get into deep intimacy with Him. Quite a few Christians do not know how to purposely grow in their faith and to solve the problems that may hinder their spiritual growth. And this is one of the most important things that you should learn to do as a Christian, and it is something that I personally preach about frequently. And the fifth and last thing you should learn is how to hear God's voice. Jesus in Matthew 4:4 says to Satan, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes out of the mouth of God." And in John 10:27, he says, "My sheep listen to my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." Hearing God's voice is vital for discovering your calling, growing into deeper intimacy with God, and walking rightly with Him. He speaks to us in many ways, and it's very important for you to be able to hear and to discern His voice. Now, all these things are important, but some are on a higher priority list than others. I'd recommend that you learn how to build up your relationship with God to hear God's voice before any of these other things. While they're important, it's even more important that you're in right standing with God, you're doing what He desires of you, and you have a good relationship with Him.